All right, everybody, welcome back to the KSR YouTube channel, where this billet SMX is about to end up inside of these frame rails. And you can see we're kind of having to tug on things just a little bit to get the body bolts to line up. But that's part of it, I guess, with the steel body and just the way it went. But we've got almost all the bolts in. Like the bolts at the back of the body are in, the bolts at the very back of the body are in. These are close enough to get bolts in. You can see the holes line up there. But we're having to pull, like the ones are in down there as well, but we're having to do a little tweaking to get those in. And I think possibly what happened is when we welded these panels in, something dimensionally changed here, or it was from when the body was resting on here and this front end was just out there bouncing around. You know, we had the thing in and out of the shop so many times, messing with it and rolling it in and out to paint and all that stuff, but we're getting there. But before this video ends, we will have that down in here between the frame rails and all the bolts situated so that the body is bolted on for good. Woo! What we got going on back here? What are you doing, CJ?
Who's seen some coolness onto a first gen with first gen Drew?
Who's that?
Hey guys!
What are you doing here?
Just hanging out, you know, looking for a good spot to take a nap.
You look like you're working.
I'm not working, just helping. Just helping.
Drew popped in and surprised us and bought us lunch.
I did buy lunch.
Thanks, Drew.
Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah. Yeah, just had a couple days off work.
Yeah.
And Olympic break for NASCAR.
Yeah.
So, yeah, had some time off.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna come home for the weekend.
How's your NASCAR truck season going?
Pretty good, pretty good. 2 wins so far with Kyle Busch. So, you know.
Nice, that's pretty cool.
Kyle's on and off. So, getting 2 wins with him this season. Pretty good. His only 2 wins this season. Just saying. Just saying.
His first lap Darlington crash surprised me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
But it's pretty cool getting to travel around.
Yeah,
go to some races.
It's fun. We had Connor Zillage this year. He's super fast.
That guy stole my mower.
It's good timing.
That was pretty good timing.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get my mower Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
From you guys in Bradenton, so.
Yeah.
This is got an update here. Looks like you got the subframe in.
Almost, yeah.
Had to borrow Grant's wheels.
Yep.
That's a thing. Yeah, I guess we didn't think about that when it came to the brakes, did we?
Yeah, it's basically got Corvette front spindles and hubs. So
cool.
Corvette wheels fit great. It's not going to turn anywhere, but they look cool.
Thanks, Grant. Cool. Drew's here.
Should we go eat lunch?
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat lunch.
We should go eat lunch. Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna say bye to Drew.
I gotta go. They need to get back to work.
Yeah, they kind of started working. We had a long.
Eddie's not working.
Eddie's not working.
No.
I'm working.
Oh, what are you doing?
Are you working over there?
No.
I don't see you working.
I'm not clocked in.
You have to work.
I'm not. Don't even listen to him.
Wait, we're supposed to clock in?
Yeah.
You guys get paid?
But always good seeing Drew. Have to end up at the racetrack again with him sometime. If you guys don't know, he works for Spire Motorsports now on this number 7 truck team.
7 truck. We got Connor Zillage, we got Connor Mozak, Sammy Smith, and a surprise driver later on in the year.
Ooh.
Top secret.
But you've worked with Clint Boyer, Kyle Busch.
Oh yeah, there was a point where we had 6 drivers in 7 races.
Didn't Byron drive the car too?
No, not Byron.
Not Byron?
We had.
He was going to, and then something.
Yeah. That's a whole nother story of NASCAR drama, but yeah. We've had a ton of drivers this year.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun actually, having lots of different drivers.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Get back to what you're doing, no doubt.
No. Actually, yeah. Just bring me a check.
Yeah.
For like, you know, with a comma,
A lot of
and another
zeros.
comma, and zeros.
Yeah.
We can work it out. Yeah. Anybody watching? Yeah. Just bring me a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, if you guys didn't know, that is a possibility. Like, there's guys that just pay for rides in the Cup Series. Well, not maybe the Cup Series.
You
Well, actually,
can.
probably like, yeah. There's some guys that buy rides in the Cup Series.
You can, but you got to be like established. Like there's,
Yeah.
you can't like just show up and run a cup race. Like you
Yeah.
have to run an Xfinity race, truck race,
Truck
whatever.
race.
You have to get approved for it. But you got a big checkbook. It's a lot easier to get approved.
Maybe one day. We'll see. I've got some investments. We'll see if they pay off. Maybe one day when I'm 60, I'll come run a truck race and crash Drew's truck.
Okay, you're not running my truck. That's not happening.
All right, well, we're gonna get back to work. Awesome seeing you again, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. See ya.
Bye.
Okay,
Drew.
bye.
All right, well, we're end of day one on putting this thing back together. And we've got to do some math on how all of this stuff fits. So our old total weight, 676 pounds. The bare chassis was 409 pounds, which means the bare body weighed 267 pounds. We're about to find out the new total. We've added this much weight with bolts, anti-roll bars, Zeus springs, rivets, body mounting bolts,
Battery.
the battery.
Anti-roll bar.
I already said anti-roll bar.
Said that. Dingle.
Golly. The powder coated chassis we know weighs 414. Let's get a total and start doing some math.
Hey, can you make sure that
Don't let Ricky
they
do
sit
it.
on there?
Don't let Ricky do the math?
Nope, might start coming out. I already did all that, man.
Whoa.
That's scary.
Well, we got to guess too. How much is the lizard skin and
Oh,
the paint
I
gonna
said,
weigh?
I said 10 and a half, but I might go like 14. Because this is some.
Because you heard me say it was going to be 12 to 15 pounds.
Wow.
See
What am I
how
going to say? 26?
12 and a half.
I'm going 14.
something is obviously wrong.
9.
It's not all the way down.
Oh, you're not all the way down.
12 and a half. I'm going 12 and a half. With
12 and a half? Oh, okay.
9.
So,
So now we write the new total.
yep, so 719.
Alright, it's 100% on the scales.
719. Get out a calculator so we're not trying to do this in our head. 719. I was guessing
Minus 25.
12 to 15 pounds, which is a big
And
window.
then minus the powder
14.
coat.
Minus 414.
No, not
Dang it.
114.
Oh my!
All right, you ready?
What are you doing? 279,
That's for the body.
Yeah, minus 267.
12 and a half pounds.
No way. On the money.
Is that what you said?
Go. Pay up. Yeah.
So 12 and a half pounds of
I
body
said
paint.
10 and a half first. And then
Oh, we didn't weigh the tape. Did we weigh the tape?
Oh!
Oh yeah,
all that
the
talking.
carbon panels were included in the 25 pounds too. We've got all that math per square inch of carbon,
You are.
as well as, which I guess, well, we can weigh the carbon tunnel pieces individually,
Yeah.
just like we're gonna weigh the wheel tubs. Are the titanium strips bolted to the wheel tubs, or they're just,
Yeah.
well, that's gotta be probably taken off anyway, right? Yeah, because that's not our good bolts.
Yeah. We got to
With the nylocks and all that stuff. So we need to weigh all of that stuff individually.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at right now. Oh no, now it's 718 pounds. You're off, 11 and a half pounds.
It's because I touched it.
Ricky had an advantage because he mixed up all that paint.
Right, you gotta write it down. You didn't do the math.
Write that down.
Sorry.
Write that
You just, yeah.
I'm
Oh.
writing down 12 and a half.
All right, so we're, let's call it 12 pounds. And I said 12 to 15. So I win.
down. No, you don't win.
You said what?
You lose.
How did that even work? I was half a pound off.
No, 1 pound, maybe. Well, it's not too bad. So, 718 pounds. Body, chassis, paint. We put that back on because we just were lazy, and that was the last thing we forgot to change. So we were just like, yeah, put it back on there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bolt that thing off.
So, well, we actually we can figure out. Grab the other one, the nut. So that's like,
A pound?
Less.
it feels heavier than that. I would
Yeah,
guess
I would-
like a pound and a quarter.
I was gonna say like a 1.5.
It was probably
pounds.
to around like 18.3,
Yeah.
18.4.
So that's true what the body weighs. And then, but that doesn't affect our math. You didn't write the, no, what was the other number down? 7
267.
painted, yeah.
Forgot to write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
279.
Okay. All right, well, tomorrow we continue with our assembly process. You can see the seats are back out. Eddie's got his brackets done. Where's your seat bracket? The top one.
Over there.
Oh!
That was a bad one.
Eddie's,
They're in the powder
Eddie's
coat pile.
still a growing boy. He's got his voice cracking still.
I was just sick, you know.
Yeah, that's been happening
That's
long
the-
before you were sick.
Hey.
Ooh.
So that's the seat bracket, and that's the brace with the harness bar with the brace.
Yeah, that's cool. That looks good there.
That's sick.
Yeah, that'll work real good. And that ends up
Yeah, just
ends
like
up
that.
this way? No, it ends up this way.
That way, yeah.
Okay.
That
So it comes
is-
off dead straight. Oh no, those are flat.
Yeah, it goes down. Yeah,
Cool.
just like that.
Like it? So we'll, as we're putting all this together, like that will be weight that could be removed. If they need to go lightweight racing, just like this seat will be able to be removed. The dash bar, like the dash support bar. And then we've got to build a bar for the actual Holly screen. So tomorrow I think we can put like the trans tunnel in. Will that be in the way of installing stuff later?
Well, we gotta make that little extension.
The drive shaft loop
Yeah.
extension
Which I'd like to do before.
the tunnel's in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do we
I
have the
maybe we
little
do that.
4 pieces made? Well, tomorrow I want to put the motor in.
Dang.
Like,
Motor?
oh my gosh. We could put all the bolts in the firewall. Get the K-member in so that we can set the motor in.
Dang motor.
There's a video about that. If y'all, maybe you know, maybe you don't. But yeah, tomorrow, this in the car. But it's coming up next in this video. So hold on just a second. So I decided to just jump right into a time lapse for day 2 of this video. And we were all business this day. So we got a bunch of bolts in here and there. And you can see we're having to push out on the chassis part of the inner frame rails just a little bit. And part of that is because we fit the bolts or the bolt holes in the tabs that bolt to the factory K-member spots. We really fit those tight, like so tight that we had to clean out the powder coat so that the bolts would even go through them. And I kind of had figured that that was going to be the case when we got it back from powder coating. There would be a few holes that we needed to open up a little bit to get the bolts to line back up, and the lizard skin also added some thickness in some spots, and that is what created some of our misalignment with the bolt holes or the bolts through the flanges to bolt the body to the chassis and some of the other spots in the car. But with a little bit of work, we got all but just a couple of them reinstalled. And over on the pinch weld on the passenger side door, that's what Eddie was working on getting bolted up. And for some reason, that little edge might have gotten bent a little bit while we were handling it, while the chassis was outside of the car. So we needed to push up on it just a little bit. But the way the car is sitting right now, there's not enough weight to actually get the panel to move and tweak back to the spot that it needs to be in, where it originally was, because there's no weight in the car. So once we get some more weight in the car, we'll get that flange pushed back up in the little spot where it sagged down. I almost bet you that the way it's bent, like somebody leaned on it or something and bent it down, because more than half of the bolts go in, like where we like I said, we bolt the pinch weld of the body to a piece of sheet metal that's welded to the inner cage, and it's all powder coated, which maybe we'll show that up closer later in the video or in another video. I can't remember if it got highlighted in the video or not. But lots and lots of bolts holding the body onto this thing, and it's neat seeing it come together. Like, you know, in the process where you're building it and everything's raw metal and it looks good, but then when you start getting, you know, final colors on stuff and the inside of the body all textured and insulated and painted, and it just starts to come together, and it's like, oh, this thing is gonna be sweet. So while Ricky is working on the front here, fitting the bolt holes for the K-member, I was working on remaking. Well, I took the bolts that were the factory K-member bolts, and they had a nice like bullet end on one end of the bolt, on the threaded end, except there was 1/2 inch that wasn't threaded. So I looked at it and I'm like, well, that would actually be a pretty nice stud if we were to utilize that to go ahead and make a stud so that it's easy to just line everything up for the K-member and the chassis, and then we don't have to worry about, you know, the chassis springing in a little bit if we were to take the bolts out, because now it's aligned on the studs, and just worked out a lot better to do it that way, we felt like. So now it's time to start slinging the engine into this thing, and we decided to go ahead and mock up the transmission again on it, because if this thing fits and there's no major issues, the next thing to do, or one of the next things we'll do, is fabricate the transmission crossmember, which the mounts are in the car for it, but we've never actually built the transmission crossmember itself to connect the transmission to the car. So in just a second here, I'm going to go real time with some of the installation, just because I thought you guys might want to hear like our just normal shop talk, and how we're talking to each other and working with each other on getting the engine done in this thing, and making little moves and tweaks and stuff to get the things lined up and get the angle of the engine right and all of that kind of stuff. So you can definitely see it's a team effort with all of us, and even sometimes CJ would be helping on this too, or most oftentimes it's usually 2 people per project, but with this one we kind of all were hands-on, or at least myself, Eddie, and Ricky. We're working on this while CJ's starting to work on putting the other seats back in the Viper. So let's go real time and see what you guys think of that.
Can I tighten this one or just...
No, just... So you got the level?
Yeah, over there.
So 0 the level on top of one of the frame rails. And I think originally we had it set up for... Once you get the impact again, so you're not risking, because you can come at it from the... Well, if we pull the top ones tight, so you can just set it on top of the valve cover rail for the where's the level?
Right here.
Who got the level?
I was going to put a piece of tape on it so you can scratch it.
That's fine. Got one peeled out.
Oh, you didn't get the nut on?
No. It's actually down 1 degree in the front, which, no, we need to be, we're going to need to be probably up just a little bit. You going to tighten this up over here?
Yeah, you're in my way.
Oh. So we need to go back up just a smidge.
You want to put the level on it?
Yeah.
Oh, that moved it.
Yeah, but we're still down 0.9. Come up some more. Whoa. Up again. Up some more.
I'm going.
0.3, 2, 1, 0. Okay.
You got these tied over here ready?
I don't know.
Maybe one more. No shot.
No.
No shot. Do you want to try?
Slide the
Slide
intake
it.
forward.
Yeah.
You got a couple of those bolts. This is the long one too, so it's just slide.
Yeah.
You don't gotta pick it up. Okay, let's try the other one.
I think the other one will fit.
Oh, I scratched the primer. That one too, we can round those bottom corners if we had to.
Oh yeah, we're there. That one fits.
How much room? Because the throttle bodies may have
we
some.
got a finger between the bottom corner.
Well, let me see if I can get a bolt in and make sure that it's. Can you hold?
Yeah, I got it. I got that one too.
Yep. That's a bolt for you.
That bolt's in. Dang, that's got a shot right there.
I think that's good there. I mean, and even if we trim those corners, we'll have even more room.
Yeah, we can round that corner off and
Yeah.
have a
Because
lot.
we still have like a tight finger between that corner.
And that's no spacers in there, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool.
Yeah, this was worst case scenario.
yeah.
And the nice thing about those is, with it being straight, it's easier to fabricate the dual throttle linkage thing.
Oh, right, yeah. Does it have these bosses on the same side? Oh, no.
Throttle linkage is going to come from over there. Because it's going to be...
So the other one is going to be close with the spacers. Like we got the spacers in it.
Well, ideally, we want this thing back as far as we can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least in this particular chassis. Which, yeah, if this comes forward a little bit, I think that'll even clear our wiring, and the wiring can go under.
We hold the blue up.
No, we need to figure out some way to hold the engine so we can take the picker off. Whether that's a ratchet
Does that,
strap. I almost think
does that one by still go underneath?
No, because we went down a bunch.
Oh, okay.
So
We went back up.
get one of the orange ratchet straps, and then we'll put a 2x4 under the oil pan to hold it. Just spread the load, and then we'll see if we can ratchet it. Do what?
I was banging on the frame rails or all the way up to try and
Go all the way up here so we're higher.
Okay.
Like you could even just hook it on the no, come inside, in through here.
No.
Over and around?
There you go. Yeah, no, under the whole engine, and then back up here, and then our ratchet
On the inside of the frame rail, right?
Yes. Yeah, so it triangulates under the oil pan.
Yeah.
You got a 2x4?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Pretty long one.
It's like 6 inches long.
We got a longer one?
I mean, we can, but that doesn't, like the area on the
Spreads the weight on the oil pan. Sir.
Yeah, but the oil pan width is only a couple inches.
Well,
Right?
put it front to back.
Oh, okay.
Spin that
Need
up.
some more slack. More slack. let's get the strap tight or straight too.
Yeah, you gotta spin your side.
Go ahead and tighten it up. Make sure you got a lot of wrap in the ratchet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it from there. I'd give it. Yeah, no.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna come down with the
And we'll re-level it with the ratchet.
Yep. All right, so we've got a few things done since you guys saw it on camera last, and some of it is like we've got the bolts down here that bolt the chassis and the body together. We got the K-member installed. We had to use the porta power to push the body around a little bit to get the dash bar bolts in. But, you know, just some of the little bitty tweaking stuff we had to do. All of the springs are in the transmission tunnel. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, we got the line lock solenoid in over there. That's cool, that's cool.
The brake line?
Oh,
The
yeah,
brake line, oh yeah, the brake line sticking out of the I might have shown that in the last video, I don't remember.
You can show it again.
Actually, no, that was earlier in this video.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about it. Yep, nothing else to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything else.
Didn't do anything else.
I'm really, really proud of that brake line there.
You like that brake line? Yeah.
I did that.
Barely. You took over at like the 99th second.
Out of how many?
Out of 99.5 seconds.
Oh yeah, we put a motor in it.
The dang motor's in it.
Yes, we did. And the adapter for the dual Wilson throttle bodies, I think those are Wilson. Actually, these are 5.0, like early Fox body Mustang bolt pattern, I believe.
Whoa.
'Cause that's-
We're definitely not putting Ford parts on this thing, right?
Well, it'll be like a Motion throttle body. I don't know if Motion makes any throttle bodies for the big Ford pattern, but
That's why that'll be fast.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Ford throttle model.
so we've got just a little bit of clearance right here. And honestly, we just got really lucky there. I was hoping the other billet dual throttle body elbow would fit,
I thought we did that on purpose.
but it didn't quite fit. So that's the other dual throttle body inlet for this thing. We were hoping, because this one takes Motion Raceworks throttle bodies. So we'll have to see what we can do with that thing, but yeah. And yes, it's just hanging on ratchet straps. We've got to still add our mounts here for the front. So there's a piece that's going to bolt on here with countersink bolts. It'll be like a piece of 1/4 inch thick steel, and then it'll have a mate to this. So then the bolts that go through to attach the mid plate that's gonna, or actually the front plate attaches to these two bolts. So it'll come down, you know, I think Steve actually makes it where it's kind of a, like there's basically a hole here. Some kind of something like that. Because this is a water line. Yeah, this is an oil drain. That's water in, this is water out. Something like that. And then, so it'll have a big giant 3/4 inch thick piece of billet that runs through here, and then it'll sandwich the 3/4 piece of billet, the steel piece that bolts to the body, as well as it'll capture the frame rail there. Might be kind of thick and a little bit overbuilt, overcomplicated, whatever. It's gonna be what it'll be. But there is an SMX in this thing, and yes, we know the base of the intake is backwards. The way Steve's got his intakes designed here, you can see there's a cut right there, and then just the top part of the intake will come off and get flipped around. So pretty exciting, and we put it in there as far back as we could get it to test that. Like, I wondered, we might have to try that other one still and see just how much farther forward we would have to space it.
Yeah.
Because These originally had spacers when we had the LS in there to give us more room back here for a different dual throttle body.
Like if
thing.
we'd only have to put a 1/4 inch spacer in this.
I'd vote for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was more than that though.
Yeah. It did look like
like half an inch.
But we can try it.
We're gonna find out how
We're gonna-
far it is.
We're gonna find
We're
out.
gonna find out.
That's an exciting end of the day.
Oh yeah.
K-member on it, that's cool. And we, so to make it easier to install and line everything up, we took the factory bolts that are bullet nosed on one end, cut them, made them studs, and then Loctited them into the nuts that are in the chassis, or the stock frame rails. And I distorted one of the threads so it actually locked in and got tight. And then from there, when you put the nut on it, it relies on the tension on the threads to keep everything tight. But that is pretty big news for the day. Pretty big news. We don't have these tight, do we? No, those are still.
Oh, we didn't find those?
No.
Let's put regular
I have regular nuts on the back.
3/8 nuts on those. We can tighten all those up.
Ah,
And
So those all already have regular 3/8 nuts on the back.
yeah. All right, well, time for me to go haul one of mine to Jim. And then next video, what are we gonna do next video? Maybe make those
Fire it up!
frame? No, we're definitely not firing it up.
Oh.
Maybe next video we're putting all the rear suspension stuff in.
Ooh.
Because if we do
Tubs?
that,
And the tubs?
Carbon
Yeah.
tubs. Not only
Oh.
carbon, they're also titanium.
carbon with titanium.
It really doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I mean, really.
I don't think you can ever get better than
CJ's over here chopping up some really expensive seats to fit in a Viper.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's gonna be cool when it's done though.
It's gonna look nice with twin Race Tech seats in it.
that. Containment race tech seats in a Viper?
Yeah.
That's just like flexing.
That's just, yeah, showing
Yeah,
out.
that's just baller.
So,
That just
I
screams
think-
I have more money than you.
probably next video, I think we, wow. Next video, I think we'll start, this will go back over here because CJ needs to lift tomorrow for that. And we can put this thing up on some stands.
You want to do what you want me to do?
Also need the lift for 2 other vehicles.
Yeah, we have some other projects happening too. But yeah, we got, whoa. We've got to build a burn down box. We can go ahead and start mounting the stuff over here. Yeah.
Rear end down.
Oh, right. I'm excited. Yeah, we got to get the rear end down and maybe we put the rear end in.
It's upstairs.
Yep. We gotta hoist it down out of the ceiling. Steve's awesome TRZ Motorsports floater rear end housing is hanging out up there. That'll be a good start to the next
Up
video.
there next to that 300ZX that's for sale.
I thought you guys were gonna build that.
Oh,
No.
now I'm building the Ranger.
Oh, that's right. Ricky's building a Ranger.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got Danger Ranger coming up. And you
No,
guys
no.
saw Drew earlier in the video, so Drew will be there. We know Drew will be fast because he's had basically a year to think about spinning out and crashing on the last lap and not winning.
Wow. That's messed up.
And then Ed's got his Ranger, and Ricky's gonna have
hoping
him
to
a
make it
Ranger.
to the October race.
We're going to buy a 4-liter this weekend.
Yeah, so still gotta do the 4-liter, still gotta do the cage, gotta do everything. So let's hope
Cool.
we make the October race.
All right, well, we're gonna leave you guys with it there. That's exciting. Of course, probably that was the thumbnail. Probably.
Probably
Anyways, something like this was probably the thumbnail, so you guys already knew that it had a motor in it from day one, or step one. Whatever. Appreciate you all watching, subscribing, following along, leaving some comments. This is getting exciting now. Like it's go time. Like this thing, next move will be, like I said, suspension in the back, which all that bolts on. It takes 2-3 hours to put back in. Although we don't have springs yet. We'll figure that out later. Anyways, see you guys next time.